My name is Madeline. I am the Energy Storage Manager at Soligent, and I will be the moderator. John Sarin is the Partner Program Lead from STEM, so he has been paramount in helping coordinate the efforts of getting STEM set up with us as a distribution partner. And Scott D'Ambrosio is the VP of Sales with Energy Toolbase. So between the three of us, you'll have a good kind of all-encompassing experience between proposal and hardware selection and distribution experience for this commercial solar plus storage offering. We can go to the next slide, John. So I want to spend just a few minutes to talk a little bit about kind of the history of energy storage and where we are today. So in 2001, the self-generation incentive program was kind of conceived in California as a peak load reduction program to respond to the energy crisis that happened then. So if we look at 2001 as the beginning of an incentive for storage, we really have come a long way over the past 19 years. So, I mean, 2001, if you think about the scale right now, is still 12 years prior to our 2013 beginning. Then Hawaii kind of comes in 2015, where the PUC votes to replace net metering with grid supply or self-supply compensation, as well as time of use. So Hawaii has come in, and then for the future of self-generation in Hawaii, they have decided that by December 31st, 2045, Hawaii will be using all renewable energy for their portfolio. New York also has a retail energy storage incentive that supports energy storage systems, and their plan is to have 1,500 megawatts by 2025 and 3,000 megawatts by 2030. And for Californians, there are a ton of SGIP resources available to you to help navigate that, taking advantage of the incentive. And New York also has a great landing page to support contractors trying to take advantage of these rebates. Massachusetts launched the SMART program in January of 2017, and Arizona actually just has very favorable tariffs, and their demand charges at time of use rate structure is enough of an incentive, is enough of a driver to get people to take advantage of the Arizona storage market. And in February of 2019, the Arizona Public Service announced plans to install 850 megawatts by 2025. So if we look where we have been, these current markets have all these goals to create a lot of demand by the future. And so, John, if we go to the next slide, when we look at what we've done now and what we're seeing for the future, we have all this potential for the groundwork that these existing markets have created, as well as a new stage for emerging markets. So in 2018, New Jersey set a 2,000 megawatt target by 2030. And actually just a couple months ago in February, Virginia has plans to go 100% clean energy by 2050, which includes 3.1 gigawatts by 2035 for energy storage, which surpassed the 3,000 megawatts for New York by 2030. So there's really a ton of momentum for all of these existing and emerging markets for energy storage, and we're really excited to see where things go. All right, John, take it away.
Cool. Thanks, Madeline. And, you know, I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy out there, and I hope you guys can hear me okay. It seems like you can. So let's move forward. So, you know, in this presentation, we really wanted to, you know, not only introduce you to STEM and to a little bit C&I energy storage, but, you know, also introduce you to a variety of resources both STEM and third party, that will allow you to make progress on your commercial solar plus storage sale without ever having to leave your home. And so to that end, I'll just touch quickly on a STEM background here, just to give you guys a sense for who we are. So, you know, at STEM, we run the largest behind-the-meter energy storage network in the world. In terms of numbers, this means over 400 megawatt hours of energy storage installed or contracted across 1,000 sites in more than 75 different permitting jurisdictions. We're trusted by 8 major utility partners and have more than 300 customers, including more than 30 Fortune 500 customers. So, you know, at STEM, we sell, you know, our product is a fully integrated turnkey storage solution, but we're a software-focused company, right? And our proprietary algorithms have amassed more than 10 million runtime hours over the kind of 10 plus years that we've been in business. And this experience is really key, given that our software is self-learning and evolves through experience in making decisions. Right, so, you know, why are we at STEM focused on solar plus storage, and why now, right? You know, Madeline did a pretty good job of setting up kind of the macro environment and talking about through the, you know, the different states that have procurement plans and incentives to assist those procurement plans. But, you know, what does that mean kind of at the, you know, at the project level, right? So this slide does a pretty good job of outlining what it means. And it can help you give you a sense for why we at STEM are so focused on the space. So for the customer, adding storage to a project unlocks new value streams, which can increase project value by up to 30%, significantly decreasing payback. And for, you know, you guys, the developers, EPCs, this can mean increasing your ROI substantially, right? You can see that's potentially up to 2x. Okay, so the first resource I want to discuss here is the STEM Partner Program. So this diagram of the STEM Partner Program is today, and as you can see, for the majority of solar EPCs that we interact with, we've partnered with Moreover, through the program, we will be rewarding and encouraging competency, which is really important to us. And I'll talk a little bit more about that shortly. You know, so overall, the STEM Partner Program provides solar partners with education, instruction, direction, and resources. And, you know, to figure out what was the best mix of all of these aspects, we interviewed a bunch of you to try and come up with the, you know, the best program possible. And so, you know, throughout these interviews, we found that many of you need help in communicating the STEM value proposition. You could also use a refresher on concepts like why energy storage and why STEM. And so we're happy to oblige with that. You also need assistance in evaluating and sizing solar projects for storage. And you want to know how to maximize project ROI when adding storage to a solar project. But that's difficult if you don't have experience. Partners also need a certain amount of support through the sales process, and they want to know exactly what they can expect from post-sale support. So questions like, how do you install a SEM system and what assistance does SEM provide were common during interviews that we did. So, you know, throughout these interviews, we amassed, you know, a cohort or a cadre of learnings, and all of these learnings went into the creation of the STEM Partner Program. And more specifically, one of its fundamental pillars, STEM University. Okay, so here's a kind of a rundown of the curriculum of STEM University. And so we just launched STEM University on March 29th. We're really excited about it. STEM University is our online education portal, and it's actually the, you know, the industry's first and premier online education platform with expert-led courses for solar partners like yourselves. We've created custom content to help you be successful in delivering more value to customers and increasing your ROI. And you can do it all from the comfort of your home office. And, you know, it's just online, and so it is fully remote supporting. You know, so through STEM University, STEM offers 3 initial distinct certifications: sales, sales analytics, and deployment. The certifications each consist of several modules, as shown on this slide. In order to achieve certification, an individual has to undertake the modules and pass a series of short quizzes, one for each module, to confirm knowledge retention. Partners who have a combination of one or more individuals who achieve all three certifications will be deemed STEM certified for 1 year, which has a series of benefits that come along with it, including access to leads and exclusive trainings. Oh, and so the sales certification is live, and that's been live since March 29th. And the sales analytics certification just went live earlier this week. So, please head to university.sem.com to check it. Again, we're really excited to provide you guys with this education. And the deployment certification will be available in May. So here's an actual shot of STEMU. So this is a screenshot of one of the sales certification modules, so you can get a sense for what the experience. And just to be really clear, we would love every member of your team to obtain the STEMU certification that is relevant to them. As a STEM partner, you'll need subject matter experts who can sell, analyze, and deploy STEM storage solutions. And this involves an investment of both time and energy, not money. It's free. But once you go through these courses, you will be able to increase your storage attachment rate, increase your margins, differentiate your business, and overall provide your customers with better risk-adjusted projects. So in summary, STEM will arm you with knowledge and training you need to be successful throughout the pre and post-sale process. An important piece in this process is the analysis and proposal phase. And for this, STEM has partnered with Energy Toolbase, the leading platform for modeling solar plus storage. And with that, I will hand it over to Scott to talk about Energy Toolbase and its capabilities.
Thanks, John. Thank you, Madeline. I appreciate the invite here today, guys. Thank you so much. I want to thank everyone for joining today's webinar. We understand these are unprecedented times, and I hope everyone's being safe and their loved ones are safe as well and healthy. The silver lining is, hopefully, you're sitting at home and this is an opportunity to sharpen your tool set, make you more successful and profitable once normality returns. One of those tools, hopefully, is Energy Toolbase. To our current ETB users on the line, I just want to let you know how much we appreciate your business and opportunity to work with you. For those of you who are not Energy Toolbase users, hopefully after this webinar, you'll give us an opportunity to earn your business. My name is Scott D'Ambrosio. I'm the Vice President of Sales here at Energy Toolbase. And for those of you not familiar with our software, we are a third-party cloud-based proposal platform that specializes in the economics behind alternative energy deals. Our software is transparent, objective, and accurate. We thrive in complexity, but present it simply to our user base who range from developers, EPCs, policy organizations, financiers, or anybody else who would see the value in understanding accurate avoided cost on behind-the-meter solar, storage, or hybrid projects. We currently operate in all 50 states. We're gearing up for a huge update to our software that's going to enable us to spring the platform internationally. We're not the software that tries to do everything. We concentrate on what we think we do best in class in the industry, and that's accurate representation of avoided costs. Nothing speaks louder to your client than dollars and cents, and being honest and accurate with them equals longevity in this industry. Our user base is comprised of those developers who share those same values. On the screen here, you're going to see some of our customers that trust Energy Toolbase for their analysis and calculations. We have a user base of over 1,000 leading renewable energy developers. We operate in all 50 states. One of the competitive advantages to our software is our in-house utility team. They are the backbone to our analysis. We maintain over 60,000 rates globally. In addition, we'll create you custom rate schedules for deregulated markets, unique rate schedules that maybe they have specific riders or credits that are associated with your client. Or maybe it's a schedule that doesn't even exist yet, and you want to model it because you know those future changes are coming. Accurate analysis starts at recreating your client's energy bill accurately. Next slide, please, John. As you walk through the proposal process in Energy Toolbase, you're going to have an option of using the STEM button. This has created a simplified workflow for modeling storage. Our engineering teams have worked extremely close together, tweaking our algorithms to give you representative results of what's achievable in the field using the STEM equipment. The input settings are verified, tested for both ends. You could run optimizations of different system sizes, finding the best results for your clients. We provide flexible financial options to present to your client. as well as customized document templates. Today's webinar is not a demonstration of Energy Toolbase, but at the end of the webinar, we're going to provide a special extended free trial for you guys to get on the platform and see all the value yourself. This is just an image of some of the graphs and the discharge chart strategies that's happening in the background to dictate your after bill. So hopefully we'll see you on the platform soon, and really appreciate everybody's time. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Scott. And just to kind of close the loop here, this is actually a snapshot of stage 5 in the proposal process in Energy Toolbase, where you get to add your storage system, and so you can see you're able to click on the STEM button there. And without getting too into the weeds, right, selecting this orange STEM button is both how you will request to access STEM energy storage simulations to begin with, and also how you will add STEM energy storage solutions to your proposals moving forward. And just to follow up on some of the things that Scott's kind of tooted our own horn a little bit, because we're really excited at the outset with this partnership, and we continue to remain very about it. And we just wanted about all the accolades that it provides. So has the largest and most advanced suite of storage products in the market. We have over 180 hardware combinations, including advanced solutions by Tesla and Sungrow, and all of those are reflected in Energy Toolbase. Our network averages 1 million optimizations run hourly, and our real-time controls correspond to market conditions in a second, producing the best dispatch for each individual system. And also, our software is continuously making revenue enhancements across the fleet year over year. And again, these improvements and these updates continue to be reflected in the simulations that we provide Energy Toolbase, right? And so with the largest energy storage footprint, we enhance more value streams than any other energy storage platform. And we continue to update these value streams in Energy Toolbase. So in summary, Energy Toolbase is the fastest, most efficient proposal creation tool in the market for solar and storage. And we, STEM, are the most advanced energy storage solution on the market. As a combined force, we provide the most efficient means to create proposals for the most advanced solution on the market. So it's pretty cool. We're really excited. If you haven't checked out the STEM button on ETB, please go do so. Okay, so we've covered remote resources for solar plus storage education, modeling, and proposal creation. But how about resources to facilitate customer identification that show you where to hunt? Well, to that end, in California, in association with the new SGIP rules that go live on May 1st, the CPUC has published a series of interactive maps that help you identify whether or not a prospect is eligible for the new and updated incentives. Let's take a moment to review the updates. Okay, and again, these updates go live on May 1st. And then there is kind of an application window. The applications are available on May 1st. And then the submittal date for applications is May 12th. The equity incentive has increased from $500 a kilowatt hour to $850 a kilowatt hour. There is a new adder for resilience, which is 50 kilowatt hour, and either be added onto the broad market SGIP or onto the equity budget. And then there is an extended incentive for backup power, which allows SGIP to apply to the full 4 hours, if applicable. And so, kind of just to really quickly run through the qualifications for equity and resilience. So, in order to apply for this equity incentive, right? The site needs to be located in a low income or disadvantaged community. It needs to be a local or state government agency, an educational institution, or nonprofit or a small business with less than 15 million in annual revenue. So it's kind of like the MUSH market. So disadvantaged community plus MUSH or low income. And then for resiliency, so this 150 adder, right? It needs to be a backup project. It needs to be located in a high fire zone or a high fire threat district, or had been affected by 2 or more public safety power shutoffs. And it needs to be a critical resiliency facility. So this is facilities involved in public safety, healthcare, utilities, community centers, shelters, and food banks. And then if you want to marry the two, right? So equity resilience, it has to meet all requirements for resiliency and also be located in at least one low income or disadvantaged community. So that one's a little bit tougher to get, but there's actually a separate budget for equity resiliency to the tune this year of 100 million, whereas the budget for equity is at 50 million right now for this year. So not as large of a pool of money. But again, these incentives are, they're very rich, and, to a certain extent will allow you to either substantially or fully pay for the system. Okay, and so, we're talking about remote resources, right? And so, the big value add, the big value adds that the CPUC has provided us, the general public, are these interactive maps for allowing you to kind of identify and hunt your targets in these areas. So on the left, you have the low income and disadvantaged communities map, right? All the areas kind of shaded in light blue or striped. In the middle, you have the resiliency map. So these are all the high fire zone areas. And then on the right, I've kind of overlaid one on top of the other to give you a sense for the areas that would be applicable for that equity resilience incentive, which is the richest at $1,000 a kilowatt hour. So both the equity map and the resilience map are super interactive, right? All you have to do is type in an address, and will let you know if that location is eligible for or is located in the area that is eligible for either for the equity map, it's the equity incentive, and resiliency map, it's the resiliency adder. And they're super easy to use. And the catch is if you're trying to hunt equity resilience candidates, you just kind of have to use both maps in tandem and hunt that way. But I have to imagine there's some super attractive opportunities to uncover. And again, this can all be done, at your home office via your computer without having to step outside and actually put boots on the ground. Okay, guys. So, that wraps up the presentation portion of our webinar. So at this point, we've covered remote resources that provide solar plus storage pre and post sale education, facilitate analysis, modeling, and proposal creation, and also help cover, hunt, and identify attractive targets. The final piece of this puzzle is closing the deal remotely with your customer if needed. And so, while we don't have a magic bullet for this, utilizing the resources discussed above will go a long way in preparing you to execute. And free video conference resources like Zoom, like the service we're using, should help you seal the deal with a personal touch. Thanks again for everyone who attended. And I have some quick calls to action here. So the first is, head to STEM University, university.com, to sign up for STEMU and become a STEM authorized partner. Scott mentioned the custom Energy Toolbase sign up link. It's right here. So we'll send these as a PDF out after this webinar, and you'll be able to utilize this this free trial link. Here's some handy links to become an SGIP developer and submit your SGIP application. So, you know, there are a couple different facets to the SGIP process, and one is becoming a qualified SGIP developer. And so you'll need to do that before submitting an application on the 12th. So please get on that if you have not done that already. And then the additional resources here at the bottom, you have the CPUC's low-income disadvantaged communities map, you have the CPUC's fire zone map, and then I know we have a small cohort on the line from New York, you know, and I apologize that this material wasn't necessarily tailored to the New York market, but you know, STEM and ETB can facilitate business there for sure. And in terms of remote resources, NYSERDA does a great job of providing a contractor landing page, which I've provided a link to at the bottom here as well. So again, thanks everyone for your time, and we're looking forward to your questions.